Welcome to your favorite program, The Power Circuit, from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. This program keeps you informed about the operations of TCN and the role it plays in managing the national electricity grid. Here are the headlines of stories in this edition. Minister of Power says executive, legislative arms synergizing to drive power reforms. European American University confers Honorary Doctorate of Science degree in Engineering and Project Management on TCN's acting MD CEO. TCN, Senior Electricity Workers Union, explore avenues to enhance industrial harmony. Last week, we brought to you a special report about the operations of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, and its milestones in the first half of this year. Today, in this exclusive interview, the Acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of TCN, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, speaks more about the yielding results of commitments by the present management towards taking TCN to an enviable height. Let's take you through this exciting half hour. I am Amara Agugoisi, and you're on to the Power Circuit. The Minister of Power, Engineer Saleh Maman, says both the legislative and executive arm have strong synergy towards implementing the power sector reforms. Engineer Maman stated this after a routine meeting at the National Assembly with the legislative arm recently.
According to a statement from the Office of the Minister, those in the Minister's entourage include the Minister of State for Power, Godi J.D. Agba, and top management staff of the Ministry of Power. Among the heads of agencies who went with the Minister to the meeting is the Acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz. Engineer Maman and his team had deliberations with the Senate Committee on Power under the distinguished leadership of Senator Gabriel Towon Suswan. The minister, while addressing members of the press after the engagement, said the meeting was to sustain the cordial working relationship between the executive and the legislature for improvement in the power sector and the entire country. The minister thanked all the distinguished members of the committee for their usual cooperation, understanding, and support, while noting that the ministry will continue to promote collaborations with the lawmakers for impactful gains in the power sector.
The European American University has conferred an Honorary Doctorate of Science degree in Engineering and Project Management on the Acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz.
During the conferment ceremony held at the TCN headquarters at the Powerhouse in Abuja, the Executive Director Transmission Service Provider TSP at TCN, Engineer Victor Adewumi, read the profile of the TCN helmsman. He said Engineer Abdulaziz is a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers (NSE) and has been in the forefront of transmission project management from the time of the defunct NEPA and PHCN.
He ensured the successful completion of and energizing of various transmission substation projects, including Kukwaba in Abuja, Maduguri substation in Borno, Odogunyo substation in Lagos, Upila substation in Edo, among others. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering and a MSc Automation Engineering from the Technical University Sofia in Bulgaria, and is a member of Nigerian Society of Engineers. He's actually a fellow. He's equally a member of Council for Regulations of Engineering, Koren, and a member of Shattered Institute of Management, NIM. Engineer Abdulaziz has attended several local and international engineering, technical, and administrative courses.
Engineer Adewumi noted that the European American University have extolled these qualities of the acting MD of TCN by conferring the prestigious honorary degree on him.
European American University extolled the sterling qualities and achievements of engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, FNSC. It hereby conferred on him the prestigious honorary doctorate degree of science, honoris causa in engineering and project management, with all its rights and privileges.
President of the European American University, Commonwealth of Dominica, John Carsey, represented by the international partner of the university, Dr. Luke Okoji, then performed the gown-wearing ceremony for the conferment of the degree on the acting MD, CEO of TCN, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz.
Kese, the president of the European American University, it's a pleasure to present this award to our honorable honorary. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
This is the certificate. Yes.
Shortly after the honorary degree conferment and insignia presentation, the university's international partner, Dr. Luke Okoji, said the university, established 18 years ago, has campuses globally but domiciled in Colorado, United States, and is known for its reputable academic facility. He also said a selective board sat and picked the awardees based on their contributions to the society.
The European American University is a university that is founded 18 years ago. It is domiciled in Commonwealth of Dominica. There has been before now, there has been a global university that says school without war. Before even the COVID-19, they have foreseen that a time will come, things could be done globally via the net. So 2003, 18 years ago, the schools had been doing a work, but this UNO probably was extended to us about 11 years ago. So we've been privileged to be doing what we're doing now. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
In his remarks, the acting MD, CEO of TCN, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, said he was delighted about the honor done to him with the conferment of the honorary doctorate degree.
I'm very pleased to welcome you all to the Transmission Company of Nigeria, and most gratefully for this award, which I dedicated to the management and staff of TCN. This event marks a historical time for me in particular and TCN in general, at a time of continued national and economic development in the power sector. I believe that it is a collective award, as my achievement in the area of engineering and project management was made possible by my career in TCN and the collective effort of all of us in here. Awards like these from an international university of great repute, such as EAU, for me is a call for more work, diligence, and dedication, as it indicates that the entire world is watching what we are doing. It is also a motivation for me to continue doing what I'm doing right and identify areas of improvement.
Top management officials of TCN commented on the honorary degree conferment ceremony. The Executive Director TSP at TCN, Engineer Dewumi, commended the institution for the honor done to the TCN head.
So I want to congratulate the MD for this wonderful award. It's an award that is well deserved, because for some of us who are sitting here, our work is 24/7. Many a times we hardly sleep for 6 hours, because we are always making sure that people get this supply that is ever in demand. So for this effort to be recognized and rewarded is what I want to actually appreciate. And I want to equally appreciate the European American University for this award, for you to look at our sector and single out the MD that deserve this award. So I want to appreciate you for that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Executive Director, Human Resources and Change Management, Justin Ishayadodo, said the acting managing director of TCN has contributed so much to the growth of the company in a very short time.
He has contributed in the field of engineering. He has also contributed to society, and that is the essence of this kind of recognition. So for us, for some of us, it is a challenge, not just for him to do more, but also those of us who are in the team, that we also need to do more, because our contribution has direct impact with the society.
The General Manager, Legal Service and Company Secretary at TCN, Fatima Mukhtar, said it was an honor well deserved.
To the MD, an honor well deserved. Congratulations. To the university, we thank you for recognizing the efforts. As he says, it's not only his own work alone, it's a team work, and we've all contributed. Our prayer is that we do much better for the country as a whole, and that every time you switch on the lights in your house, you will see power.
We'll be right back after this timeout.
Verify that land before you buy it. To drastically reduce the incidence of building under the transmission right-of-way or encroaching on designated TCN land, members of the public are hereby requested to verify land near or along transmission line route before purchasing it. Verification should be made in the Land Development Authority or at the TCN office. This would help in drastically reducing the incidence of building under transmission line right-of-way and save us all the problem of pulling down the structure or truncating transmission line expansion projects in your community due to court injunction. Help us serve you better. Verify that land before you buy it.
Towards sustaining the existing cordial industrial relationship, the management of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, and the National Executive of the Senior Staff Association of Electricity and Allied Companies, SIAC, have held a joint consultative meeting. At the meeting, which was held at the TCN corporate headquarters in Abuja, both parties explored avenues for enhancing industrial harmony within the company. Here is the rest of the reports.
Addressing the staff and members of the association, the acting managing director and chief executive officer of TCN, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, welcomed the SIAC members to the second meeting he was sharing since his assumption as the helmsman of the company.
I'm particularly happy that you made it to Abuja safely from your various locations, and pray that this meeting will be a veritable opportunity to address some of the lingering issues in the world of work, as I've always regarded meetings with organized bodies such as labor as a venue to smooth the relationship and get things done in an atmosphere free of rancor and chaos. May I therefore assure you that management has always cherished your support and cooperation, and that is why we take such consultative meetings and its outcome seriously.
The acting managing director of TCN further expatiated on the milestones recorded by the TCN management and staff since the last meeting with the union last year.
Over the past few months, since our meeting of 5th November 2020, we have made significant progress in very many areas of TCN activities, like commissioning of some of projects in various parts of the country. We have reached advanced stages of construction in some other projects. We have carried out substation rehabilitation and made significant progress in maintaining grid stability.
In his remarks, the national president of SIAC, Comrade Chris Okonkwo, said the union was at the meeting to extend its usual hand of support to the management of TCN.
We are here to extend our usual hand of partnership to you. And you will get to know, we know many areas we have bent backwards.
He further lauded the management of TCN for promoting the delivery of the TCN mandate of effective bulk power transmission in Nigeria in the last 1 year.
This company uplifts the power sector as the hub of the power sector. We are aware of the strides of the MD CEO and his management in the last 1 year. And let me say at this point, congratulations for attaining 1 year in office.
Thank you very much.
It's not easy. I know the responsibility that this office covers. After the President of Nigeria, I know that we have the highest reach in terms of coverage of the length and breadth of the country. And therefore, the MD CEO is wearing a very heavy cap, for which we are grateful to God that he has held on very well in the last 1 year. On the side of side, we are very, very responsible in our approach to unionism. We are very, very, I'll say, conscious of our responsibility as union of senior and management staff. And therefore we see ourselves as co-owners of the business, which means that the survival of the business is, I would say, more important to us, but let's say equally important as it is to management and of course the government itself. We are also aware of the specific achievements you have enumerated.
After the opening session, the meeting continued with remarks from other management officials of TCN on how to move the TCN forward.
Today we'll be speaking with the MD CEO of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, and Chairman, Executive Board of the West African Power Pool WAP, Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz. Join us for this session. So, sir, you're welcome to the Power Circuit.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, we need to discuss your achievements so far, the way forward, and how Nigerians are benefiting from your position as WAP chairman.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Nigeria, TCN has achieved so much during this first half of the year. So, let's know the strategies you put in place or the strategies you used to achieve the milestone.
Thank you very much. Since I came into office, if I can recall, on the 1st of March this year, we have attained the greatest peak in transmission. 5,801 megawatts was successfully generated, transmitted, and distributed to all distribution companies in this country. What we did when I came, we look at the issues. What are the issues with the power system? What are the issues with TCN system? We found out that there are a lot of things which need to be corrected in order to have a better efficiency and a better system that can transmit electricity efficiently. We found out that a lot of transmission lines and substations are in a bad condition. So what we did first of all is to make sure that we procure spare parts. Those spare parts are very essential to TCN because without spare parts, when you have a fault, you cannot do anything. So when you have spare parts, you save time. Now, a breaker is down today, within today, you restore it. So you have achieved something. The downtime is reduced. So what I did when I first came is to make sure that our store is full of spare parts. Secondly, some of our staff that are not good in maintenance were put under maintenance. So I look at their capacity, their capability, and I make some changes and make sure that the correct people are there. And the people who are under operations, those people under operations, we make sure that they understand the grid code. We took some people, they went around, they went to the control center, they went to all region, and make sure that these people have training and they know what they are doing. These are some of the things we use to make sure that we don't have system collapse. Then we have all this bush burden under our transmission line. We engage our public affairs. They put adverts on the TV, on the radio to enlighten people, and people gradually reduce this bad habit. Then we use trace clearance, mechanized trace clearance, to make sure that all our transmission line are cleared of all trees or whatever can make them to trip. So we make sure that all these things are cleared. These are some of the things we use to make sure that there is less interruption in the transmission line.
What other achievements did TCN achieve in the first half of this year?
We recorded a lot of achievement. Number one is what I said, what we call grid expansion and maintenance program. We gradually expand the grid according to international standard. In the field of projects, from the donor agencies, from the World Bank, we have a loan, and we make sure that all those projects were procured, awarded. Some are almost to completion. Under African Development Bank, we have secured a loan of 210 million USD. We have made all the requirements and we have got all the approvals. We have procured consultants that are going to look after this project. We have advertised tender, we did the evaluation, and now we have sent to the bank and we are waiting for non-objection from the bank. So this is also a great achievement. On the side of AFD, which is in charge of the Abuja scheme, we have progressed a lot at sites. A lot has been done, and very soon those projects are going to be concluded. And by the time they are concluded, the light in Abuja will improve a lot.
What would you be doing to improve on the achievements that you and your management team have recorded so far?
What we have achieved, we are going to make sure that we continue to do what is right, what we have been doing. Then wherever we need to improve, we have to improve. We have to make sure that our staffs are trained and trained again so that they can face all these challenges. Then also we have to understand that the grid is dynamic, it's not static. We have to be working day and night. We don't have to sleep, and we have to know that a lot of people are watching us and are competing with us. So we have to work day and night to make sure that the grid is perfect.
Okay, sir, you're the chairman of the West African Power Pool, WAP. Let's know how TCN and Nigerians are benefiting from this position of yours.
Nigeria is benefiting from WAP. Recently, there was recruitment in WAP, and a lot of Nigerians were employed. This is also in the right direction. Then secondly, Nigeria is the highest contributor to the WAP budget. By doing that, also, we are doing a project in Nigeria which will carry electricity from Nigeria passing through 3 or 4 African countries up to Burkina Faso. The people that are going to generate those electricity are Nigerian companies. They are going to basically produce that light, generate it for the purpose of WAP only, not the one that is meant for Nigerians. But they are going to generate that electricity just for export. By doing that, these companies will get more revenue, Nigeria will get more business, and more people are going to be employed.
You're still onto the power circuits. That was a chit-chat with the MD CEO of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz. That is it on this edition of the Power Circuit. Let's have the headline again. Minister of Power says executive, legislative arms synergizing to drive power reforms. European American University confers honorary Doctorate of Science degree in Engineering and Project Management on TCN's acting MD CEO. TCN Senior Electricity Workers Union explore avenues to enhance industrial harmony. You also heard the acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, as he outlined the key results of commitments by the present management towards improving the operations of TCN. As always, this episode and all others are readily accessible with just a click on the TCN YouTube channel. The company has these other platforms to take feedback on its operations from you, our esteemed viewer. Also ensure you follow the coronavirus prevention protocol to stay safe. I am Amara Agugoisi. To have a good time.